Hey there, and thanks for checking out this video for the free version of the Trend Jumper trading system that you can download from my site here. As you know, or if you don't know, or perhaps you do know from my previous videos, you get two markets you can trade with this. One is the YM, which is the Dow Emini 5-minute chart, and the daily Euro US dollar Forex pair, which is great for swing trading. So I'm going to walk through these. Now, obviously, walking through these, get a little bit of hindsight, but I'm going to try to stick to the rules as best as I can. You got to remember, I trade. That's what I do. So, you know, even though this is a mechanical system, there are still some things that I would personally change myself, but I'm going to try to keep it as objective as possible. And over here, my other monitor, I've got the PDF with the rules wide open, so I can just double confirm certain things. The start time is 8:20 Central, which is Chicago time, but which I'm in New York, right? My time would be New York time. So I'm looking at starting at 9:20, which is looking for setups at 9:20. All right, so basically you're starting to trade 10 minutes before the open. You may not like that. You know, some people do, some people don't. But that's what the trade plan calls for, so I'm going to try to keep it as real as I can. Here we are. We're going to start over on the 19th of August. Okay, so we're looking for 9:20, which is right here. This candle would have closed at 9:20. Okay, and as you can see right here, we've got our first setup. And that is what they call getting in sync of the trade. And it's something you can't do. If you do decide to get in sync of this market, you would get stopped out right here. Okay. Well, no, let's flip back here a little bit. This candle closes at 9:20. Okay, so we're not looking. We'd be looking to get into the trade after that. Let me just show you what I'm talking about here. So we have the setup right here at 9:15. All right, when this candle closes at 9:15, this candle, right? We don't start till 9:20. Doesn't close till 9:20. So when it closes, it's already traded through here. So you can decide that you're going to just go at the same price, which was at 31. Now there's also key level adjustments that they have in the strategy, and it's around 0 and 5s, and you'll make 2 or 3 point adjustments on this. So your entry would actually be at 29. So you would be, if this is the entry at 31, you bring it down to 29. So this trade does go to its full target at 21. So it's only 8 points of profit, right? Which, you know, one contract on the YM, they trade in points, so it's $5. All right. However, this is the winner trade. I'm not going to bother counting this trade. We have this trade here that sets up at 49, 15049. Bump that up to 51. Okay, right there. Let me just fix this line so you can see it. I actually trade with darker backdrop. So anyhow, you get poked into this trade. Now we also got this one, but you also have the swing up around here. So it depends on you how much you're going to adjust. The stop on this is going to come down to 27. Remember, looking at 5, right? So it's your choice what you're going to do, right? You're going to get around that number. For me, that's something that I would do. And even though the market does come down here and just touches that level, whether you got filled, it's got to trade through, right? Whether you got filled or not on the stop, it doesn't. Who knows, right? Who knows what would have happened? But at the end of the day, for me, the entries wouldn't be here at 27. It'd be at 24. I mean, the stop would be at 24 down here. So you get triggered in. We got the second target up here. So we go from 50. Basically, let's just do it for math's sake. Okay, so 50 to 76. It's 26 points. Call it a day. Now with this trade plan, it also comes with what they call POQ, which is power quitting. And basically what this says is the minimum required winning trade for POQ is a trade where the full third target is reached, which is up here, which clearly we didn't reach it. However, or the middle target was reached and it was 15 points or greater. Okay, so if this happens on your first trade, you're done for the session. Stop trading. So we called it a day. So we're looking at 25 points on this particular trade. Let's type this in here. Make sure we can still see it. Yep, 25, we can see it. So what we'll do is if we get a trade that doesn't work out, we'll just make it a different color so we can that line there's no. So this date's done. So here we're going to roll into the Tuesday at 9:20, which is way over here. Now you can see that this trade is back at 8:40, and you know, once again, this is the whole thing getting in sync. It's up to you what you're going to do on here from 14 to 000, right? So it's you're already below the number. You're looking at 14 points on this trade. It sets us at 8:40. Now I got to be honest with myself. You know, am I going to look at that? Probably not. All right. So even that's the first trade. You're getting in sync, but you're getting in sync quite a ways after this trade. So it's up to you what you do on this. But for me, it's not something I'd want to do. And if I was a trailer, you know, if I was trailing my position, definitely was a great trade here. You know, wow. If you would have got on this trade. But I'm not going to count this trade because it's a trade that I would not have personally taken. Got this one here at 95. Let's mark it off. So we're going to do 95. Round the number, right? So let's go to 96. The target is way up here. The target on this one is at 25. So look what we're looking at there, right? 29 points of profit in this trade. The stop on this comes in at 76 or 74. Move it down a little bit. Doesn't really matter because it doesn't even get tested here. Now some people say, well, you're trading into the round number of a 00. Don't you adjust around that? But here's the fact is the setup of this is at 95. To get around the 00, 1 or 2 points, I'm going to have to adjust 6-7 points on this trade. Does that make any sense to you? Not for me, it doesn't. And also, just looking how the markets work, break through this level. Look how far, how fast this drops through. Right? Usually, when you get these kind of moves, these reversals come up pretty clean, at least to the area it broke through here. And as you see, it comes back up to this area, dances around, but decides to keep on going. Okay. Now it also comes with how to manage it. First, let's do this here. We've got 25. We adjusted 4. So looking at 29 points on this trade right here. Another winner. And once again, right, first trade of the day. Whoops. First trade of the day, and that's it. So another nice little session there. It also comes, and now this was actually designed 3 positions, right? Which is all depends on what your account size is and your risk. And then this is where you're going to start peeling some profits away. For example, if on this trade here you were trading 3 positions, as long as we're getting 8 points at least to this target, we would peel 1 off, right? And your second position would come off at this 3rd target. So basically, let me double up here. Your first position off at the 2nd target, if it's 8 points away or greater, and this is what this is, your 3rd target, your second position would come off at the 3rd target. And, well, then you're looking at trailing, if you're trailing more. And it's basically just trailing on the outside here, okay, after you get to here. So you would take profits here, in this area right here, you would start trailing it up each candle, right? For me, if you're going to trail up these kind of lines, what you want to do is this. Okay, well, my trade gets taken out here. I'll put my stop here. When it makes a new high is the only time that I would look at moving my stop. Right, it makes a new high here. Doesn't make a new high. Let me double check here. Nope. Makes a new high here. My stop goes there. So my stop would be here. I'd eventually get stopped out at 32, which is a nice run from the trade from way down here. Okay, but let's keep it simple. This is the free. Whoa, let me get that back. Remember, this is the free strategy as well, right? So you can't argue with these results for a free strategy. So so far we're doing pretty good. So let's go over the next day and see what we got. Okay, so here we are on the next day, or the 21st. Look at 9:20 start time. As you can see, there's nothing here to look at here. We got this trade right here sets up. Okay, so it sets up. It's in our wheelhouse, right? We get 62. There's a swing high here at 68. Let's be honest, I'm not going to adjust around that. It's way too far. So this trade's going to get stopped out, but here's the stop way down here. But then we get this setup over here, right? So you're not going to be letting this go here because this trade's already in action, right? So your stop, I got to change these colors again. So we can see these. The stop is actually going to become the entry on this. Okay, so is that 39? So we're around that number already, right? 39. Okay. So on this trade here, we're going to take a 23-point hit. Okay. Come around here at 39. Get to our first target at 23. And how are you going to manage this trade? How would you manage this trade? Well, this is what I'm thinking here. This trade sets up, okay, we're looking at 16 points. Let me just make a little note here. So we took a hit here of minus 23 on this trade here. Okay, then we have got this one, and then we get to the first target, we've already got plus 16. The number we're looking at for this target was plus 15, right? So what do you do when you're in this? For me, it's lock in 1. That's something I would be doing on this trade. But, let's be honest here. When I started seeing this happen, I'd be out of this trade anyways. But I'm just going to keep it simple. So we're going to get out of 38. So on this trade here, we're going to take a plus 1. So we're going to pretty much make it a profit on this trade. Well, not really, because you got commissions, which is usually, depending on where your broker is, $5. So we got this trade in the books. Let me just put some lines here so we don't lose track of what we're doing. So as you can see, just by looking at this chart, we're into a pretty choppy day. Now we're getting up into the whole power quitting idea here. Okay, the hard stop is at 4 trades. Okay, if the first trade is a losing trade, which we do, and the second target hits its full target and you're positive, which even means if this trade got 24 points and you're positive plus 1, you're done. The session, just get out, right? But that doesn't happen here, right? Even though it's a winner, well, we're not positive. So now we got to take a third and a fourth trade if necessary, okay? We really want to get the power of quitting because we want to kind of keep this as mechanical as possible. So let's take a look at this trade here. The entry of this is 46. You're going to go up around 50. Well, I'll be honest with you. For me, looking at the way the price is on this is not a setup I'd want. I'll just show you a little bit. I would be looking actually for price to trade above retest like it does here. It breaks above but comes back. I'd be looking to go long above here, but trying to keep this as pretty much as close to the rules as I can. All right. So this trade is going to get you in at 46. So once again, your stop's way down here. So we got 46 here. And the entry on this is 28. So we're not doing too good here today, are we? Now we're going to take an 18-point hit on this trade here. Let's put this in here. On this trade here. Then we do get out over here, right? So we got 28 down to 06 down here. So we're looking at minus 18 here. We're looking at plus 22 here. But that's going to be it on our day here, and not a stellar trading day, that's for sure. We're going to be underwater on this day. But this is trading, right? You're going to win, you're going to lose. That's just the name of the game. So take your losses and live to trade another day. Great thing about power quitting is it gets you out and you're not just still slopping away. Let's just go back to this day here, and look, you would just gets back and forth, just chop, 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 chop. Long session here. And let's zoom over to our next day. So we got 920. Here's our setup here. The entry on this one is 95, so 94. 94, and we're looking at 85. So in this trade here, Because it gets down to the second target, I'd get +1 on this trade, and I highly suggest that be something that you'd want to do as well. And take a +1 on this trade. This trade doesn't get triggered in. This trade doesn't get triggered in, gets canceled. This trade gets triggered in right here. Our entry on this trade is going to be at 17. That's fine. What's the high on this candle here? High is 18. Yeah, I'd go to 19. I got to keep it real, right? Because I would trade around this number here. Still getting the trade, get up to the first target. So we're at 19. Right? So now we're at 17 points already on this trade right here. Remember what that thing was at the back there, right? It said at least 15, right? If you get to the second target. Well, if I get to the first target and we're already up past that 15, I'm taking my profits. That's how it's going to be. And we come to well, the high on this candle is 42. You're looking at your second target here is going to be at 47, just below the 50 area. Got to ask yourself, we know 50 is a number that we would adjust around anyhow. We're already up over 15 points on this trade. What are you going to do? You're going to let it come down and take you out? Hope the answer is no. Right? Because that'd be just ludicrous. But if I go back to the power of quitting here, the minimum required trade is a POQ, power of quitting, where the full third target is reached or the middle target was reached and it was 15 points or greater. Well, it doesn't hit the middle target, does it? It hits this target here. It starts doing this. What are you going to do? You got to ask yourself that question. So at the end of the day, we're not in the business to hit targets, right? We're in this business to make money. So if I'm coming up to this level right here, right, and I'm getting to a high of 42, and I know this number's up here, and I got to get like right on top of it in order to get my second target. Is it something you're going to want to sit around and do? Hit the wrong button there. That's going to have to be something you have to decide for yourself. But I'd be taking my money in this trade. But you know what? Let's keep it real here. 36, 42, yeah. As long as there's enough time, because I know what I would do, but I want to kind of keep this as objective as possible. What I want to do is this. We see it push up, goes back a little further. Once I see it start to hesitate, which we would see it start to hesitate, we're going to bring our target, our stop up to this area right here. Okay, it's to lock in the profit. So let's look at that. So we've got 19. We've got the first target of 36. We've got 17 points here. I hope you guys can see the logic in this. Even like I said, even though this is a mechanical strategy, you can't. You got to understand that you're trading to make money. Okay, you're not trading to hit targets. There's no glory in that. So what I do know is because it talks about the power of quitting, or the middle target was reached and it was 15 points or greater. So what it's saying there, for me anyways, is that if you make 15 points or more on a day, stop trading. That's what I'm going to do right here. So here's our first setup of the day. It's at 9:10. Before we're ready to trade, which is at 9:20. This trade's already in profit, so then this trade's a winner. 50, 60. So that's only a 9-point trade, right? So you would be looking for these targets anyhow. There is a rule that they have here, and it's let me just find it here. Minimum trade size rule. The middle target must be 8 points or more after you adjust to qualify for taking profits at these levels. For trade setups where the middle target is less than 8 points, ignore the targets. Take the first position off at 15 points above the entry. See the 15 points. So that's where my mind comes from. So we got this trade here. The entry is at 46, so down to 44, right? So here's our targets down here. Now here's the deal. See how fast this is falling, right? So my stop would have actually came once we see it. Not actually hits the second target. I was actually going to say move it right to there, but I don't have to because it's here. The trade a nice quick little winner here for 29 points. Hope you see why I did that for, right? It's just because you'd be sitting watching these charts form, right? These trades play out. You're not gonna set and forget. So you would see the market crashing down like this, right? Your stop would probably come in through here. Now, we don't know how this all formed. We don't know if when this closed and this green candle opened, did it trade this low first? We don't know when it traded the low. Would it have taken you out at this level first? I don't know. This red candle comes down to our targeting house, so it got plus 29 this trade. So let's look at some numbers here. Here's all our trades in the positive. These are our 2 losing trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 trades, 2 losers, not bad. Our winners brought in 124 points. Our losers took away 41 points, so we lost $205 on our losers. We gained 620 on our winners. Gross is 415. I say gross because you still got to look at taking all your commissions off. I don't know what you pay for commissions, so do your math on what it would cost you for 9 trades. So that's it with this, and it's a free strategy, so you can check it out and start doing a little bit of things with it. Maybe you want to start trailing, scaling out, whatever you want to do. I don't really scale out on day trading. I don't, and I don't usually trail either. I'm in, out. My trailing and scaling all goes in my swing trading. So download the strategy. It's free, and take it for a spin and see what you think. Okay. We'll talk soon. Thanks for watching.